Welcome to Beloved Blackness, Vlog 57. I'm Dr. B. Please take a moment and hit subscribe, the red word that you see there below the video, so that you can get weekly updates whenever I upload a new vlog. So we've been talking about this notion of SANKOFA. So today is part 3. I mentioned last week that we were going to talk about the importance of learning strategies to help us face difficult feelings from the past. So SANKOFA is, in order to move forward, you got to go back and fetch it. So the image is that Akan bird with the egg in its mouth, and its head is looking back, but its body is facing forward. And so you need to be able to look at the past and examine the past, feel even the pains of the past in order to be able to move forward in our future. And so today I'm going to talk about a particular strategy that we can use when we start to feel overly regulated or too aroused or too unsettled with difficult emotions. This isn't when it's like, oh, I don't want to feel this, it's too uncomfortable. You use these strategies when it's like, stop, too much, I'm either too aroused or I'm under aroused and I'm shutting down, okay? So grounding strategies is what I'll talk to you about today. So you can do mental grounding, you can do physical grounding, you can do soothing grounding. And some examples of mental grounding would be counting to 10, okay? Or looking into the environment and seeing what you see and naming it in detail. Physical grounding could be putting your hands under some cool water, some warm water, or doing some jumping jacks, or stretching some, okay? Kind of getting into your body and just feeling your body, and just even physical grounding by holding onto your chair really tightly, or even balling your fists up really tightly if medically you can't do that. Another example would be soothing grounding. And so it could be thinking of something that you anticipate doing next week that you're looking forward to, or even putting like a soothing piece of peppermint in your mouth, or taking a cold sip of water to soothe you. And so there's different kinds of grounding strategies that you can use when your nervous system starts to say it's overwhelmed and it gets to the place of like, too much. Can't journal about this, can't think about this, can't feel about this, because we do not want to hurt ourselves emotionally, mentally when we look and face the past. And so if you get to the place where it feels like, hey, even those strategies aren't helpful or aren't useful for you, do not hesitate. This is not a professional vlog, but do not hesitate to reach out to a professional. And if it gets really bad, contact the 1-800-SUICIDE hotline to be able to get additional support if it gets to a place where it just feels too urgent and you don't feel like you can take care of yourself, okay? So next week, we'll talk about some other strategies when the emotions aren't so intense. They may feel uncomfortable, but they aren't so intense where you feel like you cannot handle facing them, and ways that you can be in your body in order to be able to experience and feel those emotions from the past. And not just difficult emotions, but even emotions of celebration, emotions of joy, that sometimes when we've gone through trauma, it's hard to even be okay being fully in our body as it relates to joy and pleasure and celebration. All right, so until next week, I'm Dr. B.